Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing HackathonCTF 1 from VulnHub. I rate this box about a super easy, overall pretty good box. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so before the video does start, I actually do want to tell you guys that all my videos I post are for educational purpose only. I do not encourage anyone to use the tools and techniques I use in my videos because it could cause harm, but I don't not encourage that, right? Yeah, so everything's just meant to be used on your own machine. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so to get started, I'm actually going to be opening my terminal here. I'm just going to run a net discover on the machine. So let me just zoom in. So I'm going to run a net discover -r. Give me 1 second, let me move my keyboard. So -r 10.0.0.1/24/IET0. This is going to find the IP address of the box, right? We do see a VMware machine, which is 10.0.0.157. So we're going to run an mmap scan on that machine. So I'm going to run an mmap -sc -sv. We'll scan all ports on that machine. We can press enter. Now I'm going to run a banner grab on that machine so we don't have to wait for the mmap scan. We do run a banner grab on port 80, which is for HTTP. It does seem like it is open. And then we get this, right? First thing I'm doing is checking the source code. It doesn't seem like we have any source code here, just a 404. So I'm gonna run a go buster germ mode -u HTTP. We'll run this in user share word list dirbuster directory list 2.3 medium.txt. We're gonna add extensions as PHP, TXT, and HTML. We do get robots.txt, ftc.html. We also get sudo.html and CTF, right? Or FTC and CTF, right? .html. We do have FTP on for open or OpenFTP for on port 21. So I'm gonna try for anonymous login. So we're gonna do FTP. You can press enter, anonymous. And it doesn't seem like anonymous mode is not logged in on for FTP, right? We do have port 23, which is telnet, so we can easily just telnet it onto port 23. Let me just try admin. Doesn't seem like we get default credentials, right? We could run a brute force on this for CTF login, but let's try to visit these other pages, right? So we do have index.html, which was just this page right here. Next, I'm gonna visit. Let's try to visit ftc.html. Check the source code. We just have numbers here. It doesn't seem like we have anything important. Let's check out sudo.html. Just sudo it. Right here we do have a uname, which is test. So we're actually gonna just copy this right here. And we can put this into a text editor. So we do have a username called test. We do have we did go to sudo.html, and we just have ctf.html next. So it does seem like just a blank page, right? So we do have a user possible user for SSH. The next thing I'm gonna do is actually we do have FTP here. So I'm just going to run a Hydra against the user test. We're going to do specify P for user, or for the word list, pass list, right? User share word list. We're going to be using rocku.txt. We're going to do -s, which stands for the port. This is running on a different port, which is 7223. I'm going to press, I'm typing I. I'll do -i so we don't have to wait. And we can press enter on that. I forgot to specify the host, which was 10.0.0.157. And now it should start brute forcing, right? So first we specify as Hydra user test. We're going to be using the rocku.txt. S stands for the source port, and also which I specify the IP address, which I actually typed in. I typed it in right here, so it's rocku.txt SSH on the service, and also the source port, and also -i, so we don't have to wait for the. I believe it was because since I already have done this box, I don't want to skip. I don't want to like restore the current session, right? So right now it is brute forcing for SSH, and I might cut the video out here so I can actually just skip to where we find the password, right? Alright, so one thing I forgot to actually mention is that we actually do have a HTTP robots.txt, so we can actually just visit our robots.txt. Let me just type it out. So robots.txt. And we do have disabled entries here since these do not work. Since these are in the robots.txt, we do get a base64 hash here, which we can decode. So let me just clear this. I'm just gonna echo this on the screen. We'll just pipe this out into our base64 minus D. And right here it does show that we can SSH brute force sudo it, right? So it does lead us to a clue that we can actually run our, so we can actually brute force SSH, right? Alright, so now we do have valid credentials as Jordan23. That's valid for login test, right, for SSH. The first thing we can actually do is just try to SSH into it. Since we do have these other protocols, we're going to do FTP. So just to do just to test for FTP, we can see if we have those credentials are valid. So we do have test and Jordan23, and does log in successful for FTP, right? I'm gonna show you like a little trick so you don't have to get every single file. So the first thing we're actually do is do wget -r. We're actually specify the protocol or the service. We do have the IP address right here, right? We can do --user, and for the user we do have a test, and for the password we do know is Jordan23, right? So we do have, let me remove -r. Let me actually go under my CD VulnHub. We do hackathon. Let's run this command one more time. So we do have wget -r. We do want to get all the files from FTP with using the credentials user test and password Jordan23. Right here should make a directory for us. We can actually see the IP address right there. It doesn't seem, oh yeah, we do actually. If I do ls -la, we do have all these files, right? That we got from our FTP, right? So we can just look into all those, right? I just thought it was a useful trick to use this, right? Instead of trying to use get to get each single file, but just a little trick to save you time. So the next thing we're actually going to do, there's actually two ways to log in. So the first thing you can actually do is just do SSH. We can use test at 10.0.0.157. We're going to put this on port 7223. And we do have a password, which is Jordan23. Let's see, let me type it out one more time. And we do get a login, right? It's successful. The next way I actually did it was actually go through Telnet here. So we do have a, I believe you can do Telnet 10.0.0.157, which was user test and password. Yeah, password Jordan23, which leads to that, right? Same thing, you can SSH or do it through Telnet, but that's the way I did it. Next, if you do sudo -l, we do have a password. We can actually run all on for sudo, right? If you just copy this out, let me just clear out my history, so I can show you guys a way I do my research for these things. Let's see, history, clear everything. Okay, usually when I'm searching something, I usually just use filters like using a little bit of Google hacking. So the next thing I do is actually do site, and I do exploit db privesc. Let's do this instead. Let's take out the privesc and just do exploit db. Or I think we can just do exploit db. It would work that way. I forgot the filter. I don't think it was site. It was a website, I think. Yeah, it was website. There you go. It wasn't site, but the way we get this, we go here. We do know that this is running. We'll just do grep. We'll grep with the version. We do know this is running 1.89p5. So this should work. Since this is it's 5. Let's see. So here it does show that we can run sudo. It does show that we do have this right here, right, as root. which was right here. Looking back at this, we can run sudo -u and use this right here. So you press enter, now we're just root ls, and I think that's it, right? I don't think there's no flag, but yeah, so it's always useful to, the first thing that you would do is actually just check for sudo -l, usually when you have a password, right? And you can do your research here on trying to prove that's great. Because it shows that they are user, then they use, they run this command and they get the as root, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you did want to, you can also run a Python 3 exploit, which does this, basically the same thing, right? Like guys, that's pretty much in the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.